What's going on, guys? It's Radiant Sword here, and I'm jumping straight to another video. You know, that last video got me thinking. I was a bit childish, and I was like, Rarity says goodbye, and this guy says goodbye. But it got me thinking. This motherfucker right here is a rough amalgamation of SCP-049. He is my favorite SCP of all time. I believe he's not Keter. I think he's a Euclid or Euclid. Euclid. I don't know how it's pronounced, but I think he's a Euclid. He's a Euclid class. I don't. Well, no. I think I think SCP-049 is Keter, a Keter class. I don't know, but I figured I want to know what some of the 10 scariest SCPs are. So I spent a couple minutes looking on YouTube, and I found this video by SCP Readings. A link to their channel will be in the description below. Go check them out. And without further ado, I've got my defense mechanism ready. Let's do this thing. Oh, I did that.
Hi there everybody, and welcome back to another top 10 list from SCP Readings. I'm your reader Gmodon, and these are, in my personal opinion, the top 10 scariest SCPs. Please note that this list is heavily opinionated, and that there may be some scarier SCPs out there, but I simply may not have discovered them yet. Some of these SCPs are not particularly deadly, but they hold certain elements of terror and horror that put them onto this list. SCP-035 appears as a white porcelain comedy mask, changing intervals to a tragedy mask, in which all previous visual records of this SCP will change to match its current state. At all times, a highly corrosive and degenerative viscous liquid constantly seeps from the eye and mouth holes of the mask, anything coming into contact with the liquid beginning to slowly decay until it's nothing more than a pool of the toxic substance. In addition to this liquid, the mask holds a mimetic effect of causing any subject within a 1.5 to 2 meter radius of it to have the urge to put the mask on. Once
I'll be right back, guys. Okay, guys, we're back. Sorry about that. Had to let the cat out, and I decided to go ahead and just let him outside so he'll stop whining. Well, let him out in the garage, because we don't let our cats outside. Don't trust people in my neighborhood.
Once the mask is on the subject, SCP-035 essentially takes over the quickly decaying subject, seeming to have some form of high cognitive ability. Despite being quite charming and intelligent when being worn, the mask tends to take on a highly manipulative nature, capable of forcing sudden changes to others' psychological state, prompting some to commit suicide, and even cause harm to others.
I've actually never heard of that one, damn.
SCP-2059 is a large mass of flesh, organs, bones, and various tissues that include several aquatic creatures, a multitude of livestock and insects, and even dozens of human bodies. Any living creature touching the mass of flesh will immediately be absorbed into its mass. However, skin, hair, and nails are all discarded. The large mass of flesh tends to be aggressive towards organisms, whether it be human or animal, and will attempt to either kill or assimilate them on sight. Several of its vital organs appear to be unused, and on an unknown date in the early 2000s, the SCP allowed one of the many humans absorbed to speak, referring to this SCP as a child, seemingly not of this world, that does not know how to use all of the extra organs it has within its mass.
Okay. Whoever this person is, they added background music, like background effects. There was a background that you just heard. It was the thing, and I don't know why, but I have headphones like this, completely on, and the minute that sound played through my ears, I just fucking got a jolt through my body and just threw my headphone up. I don't know why, but just that sound fucking just shot through me like a bolt. I'm like, oh god, that actually gave me chills. Let's see. Goosebumps are starting. Fantastic. Oh fuck, dude. I don't want to do this anymore.
As of today, it is unknown where this SCP has come from, and what will come of it.
Number 8.
SCP-432 is a simple two-door steel storage cabinet, the exterior painted in a matte green that has succumbed to corrosion and light scratching, indicating it has been left exposed to the elements for long periods of time. What is most remarkable about this cabinet is within its doors lie a large labyrinth complex, comprised of uncharted series of corridors that change each time the doors are closed and reopened. Along the walls of the steel interior are regular household light bulbs, secured to the walls at irregular intervals, and many seem in a state of disarray and even broken. Most notably about the interior, however, is what can be found within. Several reports have indicated there to be a large predatory creature of unknown genus lurking within the labyrinth, causing many failed expeditions and many deaths of exploring subjects. Communications via wireless devices seems to fail once a subject travels too far into the labyrinth, making it nearly impossible to properly map out the largely unknown territory within this SCP.
Okay, the report said that there's a genus creature in the labyrinth that has killed. Shouldn't that, even though the cabinet is the SCP, what's inside the SCP can cause harm and death? Shouldn't that be considered Euclid or Keter? I guess, like, the SCP itself is safe, yes, but what's inside can cause harm. So I guess that would be, I would classify this one as a Euclid or Euclid. I'm probably butchering the name, but Euclid. I'm gonna say it's a Euclid, not a safe object, because a safe object would have no possible threat to you whatsoever, in it or on it. But that seems to have a harm inside it, so I don't know. The ranking system on the SCP Foundation is weird. Number 7.
SCP-342 can take the form of a mass transit ticket for the closest form of mass transportation relative to its current location. When a sentient person is in possession of the ticket, it will eventually transform into a transit ticket for a form of transportation the holder would most desire to use. When used to board a particular vehicle that corresponds to the ticket, the subject cannot exit the vehicle by any means. Once the vehicle ends its route and comes to a complete stop, the user will disappear completely from this reality. Before this occurs, users report a feeling of dread prior to boarding the vehicle, the feeling only increasing during the course of the journey, culminating into complete panic and terror shortly before disappearance.
No!
SCP-122 is a simple child's nightlight designed in the style of a shooting star. When it's in an unpowered state, the nightlight will cause all subjects within a 500-meter radius of its location to enter into an REM sleep. They will move into a comatose state in which they will remain until the nightlight is resupplied with power. While comatose, dark humanoid figures composed of slightly translucent mass will appear from any shadows around the subject. These figures do show signs of sapience and sentience, in addition to physical abilities that allow them to gather all sleep aids within the area of effect and apply them to the subjects. Some of the items have included insomnia medication, other sleep medication, pillows, blankets, mattresses, bed frames, and even lullabies. If powered on, it will affect all sleeping patterns of subjects within its radius, and can even cause psychological disturbances if any subject awakens while within its radius at this time. After a particular incident where 11 of these figures escaped, multiple deaths occurred, making this SCP even more dangerous and deadly than before.
I keep seeing shit out of the corner of my eye in the reflection on my TV. And it's
SCP-513 is an unremarkable rusty cowbell. However, its anomalous properties begin anytime it creates any noise. Immediately, a strong anxiety is created in all sentient beings that are around to hear the bell, victims claiming that they feel as though they are being watched by an unseen entity. Nearly an hour after exposure, those victims begin to catch glimpses of an unknown figure when opening doors, walking past mirrors, and turning their heads. The figure is usually described as a tall, thin humanoid with unsettling large hands. Sightings of this figure occur every 14 to 237 minutes, the stalking behavior inevitably causing sleep deprivation. Those who do end up falling asleep claim they are physically attacked by it, but upon awakening, the figure flees. Eventually, the victims succumb to severe paranoia, aggression, hypervigilance, and depression. All test cases but one have ended with the test subject's suicide. You've seen it, now he can hear you. You've touched it, now he can see you. Never ring it. If you hear it, he can touch you. SCP-303 is described as a nude, sexless, thin humanoid figure with reddish-brown skin. Instead of normal facial features, its head is dominated by an extremely large mouth and oversized human teeth. It continually vocalizes a heavy wheezing sound, which can be heard from the other side of most solid doors. Periodically, this creature will materialize behind any closed door, hatch, or other entryway barrier opposite a sentient observer, chosen seemingly at random. It will remain behind the door, just barely within view, causing those on the other side to experience intense paralyzing fear that lasts until it dematerializes, either on its own or to avoid being directly seen by any other observer. SCP-1471 is a free app for mobile devices named Mailo version 1.0.0, having no listed developer and has somehow passed the application approval process to go directly to distribution. After the app is installed, there will be no icons or shortcuts. It will simply begin to send the individual images through text messaging every 3 to 6 hours. Each image will have a large humanoid figure with a candid-like skull and black hair, either in the background or foreground of the image. For the first 24 hours, the pictures will be taken at locations commonly visited by the individual. However, after 48 hours, the mobile device will begin to receive pictures of places the subject has recently visited. Then after 72 hours, pictures of the individual in real time with the creature appearing within close proximity will begin to be sent. Those with more than 90 hours of exposure will begin to briefly see this figure out of their peripheral vision. The longer this occurs, the more prominent the visions of the figure will become. The only known cure for this effect is to remove the individual's visual exposure to these images prior to 90 hours after installation.
No! Okay, see, there's a couple issues with that right here. Okay, on my phone, I have this. It's called Aptoid. And it's so I can have access to apps that are no longer on the Android market. Now, I download apps a lot. And the minute that SCP said, the thing that SCP was a phone app, I'm pretty sure you guys saw it on my face, but my eyes shot open, and yeah, oh god, yeah, I'm gonna get off my phone. My eyes shot open. I think you guys saw just the terror on my face, cause I'd like to download shit from unknown sources, because with the Aptoid app, it is all unknown sources. So if you get it, download at your own risk. But the fucking worst part of it is I've downloaded several unknown apps, and with my luck, I'd be the one to fall for that shit. So yeah, if I find any things called like mail.0.01 or whatever the fuck it's called, fucking avoiding it. Fucking avoiding it. I swear to God. Also, too, I'm going to start ignoring emails from people I don't know, especially spam emails, because fucking, I don't know if you guys remember the creepypasta Smile Dog, but that's how the Smile Dog creepypasta started. It was like spam emails, and I get a lot of spam. It's mainly like penis enlargement, health insurance, traveling, more penis enlargement emails, but I don't want to venture into my spam folder, because I'm sure hiding among those somewhere is a chain letter, and I'm just going to stop thinking about it right now because I'm starting to get paranoid as fuck and creeped. I'm just going to... Nope.
SCP-087 is a dark platform
Oh my god! Oh my god. Okay. So, right as this motherfucker right here showed up, my fucking phone went off again. With the Colgate, did you brush today thing? Which happens when I get an email. That is my email notification going off. And I was just talking about that fucking SCP. So not only am I fucking ignoring that email, I am not opening it up. I'm gonna look at the tagline, see who it's from, and then I'm deleting that shit. Cause that shit was timed too well to be fucking. It's fucking creepy. Like, pull up my phone. Yeah, like right up in here. If you see it right there, email notification. What does it say? PayPal. What lasts for 180 days? Okay. All right. It was just something from PayPal. Fucking, I'm gonna die one day, guys. It's gonna be a fucking YouTube video. It's gonna be a normal one like this. I'm gonna go, oh, hang on, guys, email. And the video's gonna cut off. Come back. I'm gonna be sitting here like, or fucking like some fucked up shit's gonna happen. That was too conveniently timed to be a coincidence. That was fucking terrifying.
Staircase. The design of the stairs limiting visual range to approximately 1.5 flights. Any light source that is brought into the flight of stairs cannot be brighter than 75 watts. Any higher in the area seems to absorb the excess light. Subjects report that there is a sound of a distressed voice of a child, the source approximately 200 meters below the initial platform. However, any attempts to descend the staircase have failed to bring subjects closer to the source. The depth of descent has proved to be far beyond both the possible structure of the building and geological surroundings. In each exploration, an entity which appears as a face with no visible pupils, nostrils, or mouth has been sighted. The nature of the entity is entirely unclear, but it has been determined that it is not the source of the pleading. Subjects exhibit feelings of intense paranoia and fear when faced with the entity. As of today, it is unknown whether there is an end to the stairs.
I know there's an end to the game.
SCP-106 appears to be an elderly humanoid with a general appearance of advanced decomposition. The rotting quality varies, but seems to remain in some capacity in each appearance. This SCP is not particularly agile, even remaining motionless for days at a time as if waiting for prey. But the organism is capable of scaling any vertical surface, even remaining suspended upside down indefinitely. When attacking, the SCP will attempt to incapacitate its prey by damaging major organs, muscle groups, or tendons, then pull them into its pocket dimension. Any physical contact to any solid matter the SCP makes causes a corrosion effect, engaging a physical breakdown in material several seconds after contact. A combination of rusting, rotting, and cracking of materials, and the creation of a black mucus-like substance similar to the material coating the SCP occur in effect. It seems to be a sort of pre-digestion, continuing for 6 hours after contact. The SCP is capable of passing through solid matter, able to vanish inside solid matter and entering into its form of pocket dimension. This SCP seems to be able to exit this dimension from any point connected to the initial entry point. It is unknown if this is the point of origin for the SCP or simply a layer created by it. So that has been the top 10 scariest SCPs.
No, that last one. Oh, fuck, that last one. Yeah, like I said, guys, I don't get creeped out very easily, but when shit stacks up right, I get terrified. Like the whole email thing and like the SCP, what SCP was it? Fuck, let me go back here and find it. Fuck that stupid, waiting bullshit. Yeah, SCP-1471. Right after reviewing this motherfucker right here. First of all, he looks terrifying. But at the same time, he looks pretty cool. One thing I do like is it's Euclid, so, named
is a free app for mobile devices named
Mail O version 1. Yeah. I'm gonna, if I find anything with that or some variation of that in it, I'm not fucking opening it. I'm fucking deleting it. Or if I find that app in the App Store, I'm fucking avoiding it. But yeah, this one right here, that one's obviously one of the most creative ones on here, because that one, I could see that happening. Like, I could see some troll making an app called Mail O version 1.0.0. With technology today, I could see someone doing that shit. And with the way technology goes, someone could very easily send text messages, and simple Photoshop and viewing social media of the person they're pranking, this SCP right here can be perfectly replicated. Because the thing with the human brain is, eventually, if you say you were to read this SCP's file and you find the app and you're sitting there going, oh, it's just a fucking story, I'm not scared, and you download the app, you know what's going to happen. And the troll, or the hacker, whatever they want to call them, can prey on that. They can prey on the human psyche by simply going on your social media. And especially if you have, like, your pictures geotagged. Like your Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, etc. I don't think it's Twitter geotags, but like Facebook and Instagram, if they are, I think Vine does it too. Anyway, with geotagging, they can see where you are when you took that picture. They can also see your, social media, what you do. They can also know about your surrounding areas of where you live, and if someone really took the time, they could replicate this app. And with, everyone and their mother having social media nowadays, all you do is create an app that reads social media, reads geotags, reads your Google Map direction things you do. Because most phones... My dog's getting up. Don't leave me, dog. Don't leave me. I don't want to be alone. Anyway, most phones automatically have a geotag system, where the phone tracks where you are at all times. And it's easy to disable. You just go in your settings and disable it. But again, apps you download, especially on Android devices and Windows phones, mainly Androids though, I've seen it, can borrow control of apps and borrow control of your phone. So someone could easily make this and replicate the SCP file down to a C. And by simply study something enough, or have something happen to you enough, and eventually you'll start believing it. It's like the whole Slender Man thing, or conspiracies, The more you read into them, the more, your brain tells you this is happening because you want it to happen. And that's the really dangerous thing about technology advancing as fast as it is someone could take this SCP and turn it into a prank that can literally leave someone mentally scarred, permanently instituted in a mental hospital, turn them into me. And what I mean by that is have anxiety out the ass. That is why I like scary shit, but at the same time stuff like this fucking affects me 5 times more than what it say, Ratchetness, Blasphemous HD, Lost Paws, these guys. I have severe anxiety and paranoia, so stuff like this affects me 10 times more than it would affect them. But regardless of that, I still do this because while it does send me into like paranoia, and you guys see it. Like every little sound effect in my house makes me go like, what? And it's also stems from an overactive imagination. But essentially, it shortens down to you view something enough, you'll perceive it as happening. So if someone does keep this up with the time frame that the file proceeds, eventually you're going to see this figure out of the corner of your eyes. Which is the truly terrifying part about this. But I have ranted enough, so yeah. That concludes it for the scary shit. I'm probably gonna do a try not to laugh, or I may do an anime video. I don't know. I'm gonna do something cheery and happy because, yeah, I am utterly freaked out right now. So I know you guys probably saw by several times I was hiding behind this like. So that's not staged. Again, like I said, that's my anxiety acting up. I'm just sitting there like, because I've watched enough of these videos to know that people like to sneak in sudden loud noise spikes or sudden flash of images, sound. People like to do that shit, and it's fucked up. But generally, I'm just a very scared person of shit like this. I know people say, "Oh, don't be such a pussy." Blah, blah, blah. I can't help it. I can't help it. I'm just overly freaked out. But yeah, so hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please leave a like and subscribe. And I will see you all in the next video. Radiant out. It's fucking bullshit. I'm about to go fucking like watch My Little Pony or something for a few minutes. It's bullshit.